So, Nicole, this next benefit is the freedom of choice. Let me ask you a question. Uh, have either of you been ever been on the financial side of planning a funeral? No. The way it works is you would take that $50,000 policy. God forbid something were to happen to Matt, and you would hand it to the funeral director. Now, the funeral director is going to hold on to that until that check comes. Doesn't work that way anymore. Usually, that life insurance policy, that claim, that check, is usually paid out within 24 days. It doesn't work that way anymore. They now hold that policy up until 60 days. Do you know why that is? Yes, interest. Millions and millions of dollars are made on interest, and a lot of people are burdened with out of pocket costs. There's something that's going on. Two companies are buying up all the local mom and pop funeral homes and cemeteries. Uh, One is out of Canada, Alderwood Group. The other one is SCI. They're out of Texas. They want to be like the Walmart of the funeral industry. I mention that because these large corporations require 50% of all the funeral costs up front. Yeah, that's concerning. The only reason I mention that, excuse me, 50% up front. The only reason why I mention that is because a lot of members that I sit down with, they don't have $7,000 just laying around. And the ones that do, they're holding on to that for a vacation or what happens after the funeral. That's why our company came up with the freedom of choice certificate. Now, if something were to happen to Matt Nicole, he would take this certificate, hand it to the funeral director. Now, they're going to love this because they know you're backed by big, powerful unions, and they know they're going to get paid. So, if something were to happen to Matt, God forbid, uh, doesn't matter when, where, why, it could be today, God forbid. It could be 50 years down the line. It could be cancer. It could be a disease. What you're going to do is you're going to take this certificate and turn that right over right there. Right now, you said you were interested in a traditional funeral. Yeah, they usually run around $15,000. So what you're going to do is you're going to put that $15,000 right there, that price. You're going to negotiate that, and then all the arrangements, flowers, music, food. You're going to put that right there. Now we're going to have Nicole sign as the beneficiary, right? The only thing we ask is you keep that cost below $30,000, and there's not going to be any out-of-pocket costs. So you could be with your family during this time of need. But that $30,000 is important. That $30,000 is for you, Matt, and Nicole if something were to happen to either of you. All right. So what you're going to do is when you leave that funeral home, the director is going to call our corporate office and he's going to ask us two questions. The first one is, are you enrolled in the program? After I leave today, you'll be all set. That's no problem at all. The second question is, they're going to ask, how much money do you have to work with? Now, if I were to say you have $30,000 to work with, how much do you think your funeral is going to magically cost? Yeah, $30,000. Um, it shouldn't work that way. We don't allow it to work that way. What we do is we never reveal that number, and we ask that you never reveal that number. What our company is going to do is going to cut you a check for that traditional funeral, that $15,000, and you're going to get the difference. So there's going to be no out of pocket cost. You could get back to your loved one and family during that time of need. Okay. Now, are you familiar with prearranged funerals? Yeah, this is kind of like a prearranged funeral, but this certificate is permanent and portable, meaning that you're not locked into one funeral home. You could take this anywhere in the world. Okay. Does that make sense? Yeah, prearrangements are good, but you only get out of it what you pay into it. Usually they're around $100 a month, and God forbid something were to happen to you in that third month, you only have $300 for your funeral. This certificate right here is guaranteed $30,000 for the both of you. This is the most cleanest, easiest way to take care of what's going to happen to all of us someday. So do you understand and see why this is important? Yeah. Why is it important to you? Yeah, that you have that coverage. Yeah, so your lovely wife is taken care of as well as your kids. And the same you. If supermom dies, you're going to be missing work and you're going to be taking care of your kids. Exactly.